All right, and we are back with the last segment here of our podcast today. The RTP squad is going to bring you the very first 1.0 mock draft of the 2023 NFL draft for the Raiders as we have moved on, and it's time to start looking at the draft, looking at free agency like we discussed. We are able to utilize this PFF mock draft simulator. So what we're going to do is we are going to be every Raiders pick starting at number 7. I'll give you a breakdown of how the draft is going. Mike is going to kick it off first. I gave him all the pressure to make the right pick. And Micah, before I ask if you'd like me to start this draft, do you want to make any trades right now? Or do you want to stick at number 7?
I think let's just stick for now. We'll do just
Stick and pick?
tried and true how we are at the moment. There's a lot up for debate on what we can do, but
It's
we'll
1.0. Let's just do it
we'll
live.
do a 1.0 with where we sit currently, with what the website has for us currently.
Great. All right, at number 7, just did the simulator. We had the Bears, and we don't have to do this for everyone, but it's important for like every pick, every round. But for at least for the 7th pick, the Bears took Jalen Carter. Houston Texans took Bryce Young. Arizona Cardinals took Tyree Wilson. Colts took Will Levis. The Seahawks took Miles Murphy. Lions took C.J. Stroud. So Micah, I mean, you got some options here. You have Will Anderson that just fell into your lap. Brian Breesy, Paris Johnson, tackle from Ohio State, and Brian Branch, safety from Alabama, on the board right now. Where are you going?
Well, it's stupid because Will Anderson shouldn't be there, and it sucks because he's such an insanely amazing person. But I'm going to be not sexy. I'm going to be plain and vanilla. Give me Paris Johnson Jr., tackle. I just think that the Raiders need so much O-line help, man, and I think that getting a tackle in there, regardless who's at quarterback, our offensive line needs to be better. Whether that's Brady, whether that's a young guy, whether that's whoever, Stidham, anybody in there is going to need some help, and we need another tackle in there because, damn it, it's not going to help anything if our guys can't sit in the pocket, pass the ball. So hang me for it if you'd like. We're going Paris Johnson Jr., tackle at Ohio State.
Okay. I would not be happy with you right now, but you are making a decision, and I support you. I think Will Anderson, like you said, he shouldn't be there. Generational talent, in my opinion. But I respect the move. We do need support there more than edge. So, okay, at pick number 38, we have a few different needs that are still out there. We just addressed the tackle position. We have an interesting need at quarterback. Tanner McKee from Stanford. He looks like a fringe first-round pick. He is available at 38. We have Kalijah Kancey, defensive interior lineman. And then I would say outside safety, we got Drew Sanders, linebacker from Arkansas, and Eli Ricks from Alabama. So looking at this right now, Micah is going to shore up one side of the interior. I'm going to shore up the other. I'm going to go Kalijah Kancey from Pittsburgh, defensive lineman. Give me the roots. Which leads us to pick number 70. Micah, you're able to see that list. Once again, to recap, we've addressed offensive tackle. We've addressed defensive interior. Where are you going for this next pick, sir?
So I'm going to stick on that same side of the ball, except we are going to jump into the secondary. We're going to go with Deonte Banks, cornerback out of Maryland, number 70 overall.
Love it. Addressed a big need for the Raiders. There's definitely a pretty loaded cornerback class, which I think is assuring or reassuring for us because we need all the help we can get. Which leads us to the 4th round here, pick 109. Raiders have a handful of needs, as everyone knows, but just looking at it, this isn't going to be popular, but I am going to double down on the offensive line and take Joshua Gray out of Oregon State, just number 1 based on value. And I think we have Colton Miller. We have, obviously 7th overall pick. Hopefully there's someone that can slide into to play a guard because we have need at right tackle. We also have needs at guard. So We're going to stockpile the offensive line, like Micah said. We're going to take our second offensive lineman of this draft, which takes us to pick number 142. Micah, you are on the clock. What say you?
Yeah, well, make it pick number 3 for this offensive line. We're going to go Alasungan Alawatimi, center out of Michigan. Man, I think with just a lot of the positions that are on the board as we're looking at it right now, getting this offensive line help is going to be unbelievable. And yes, I probably could have waited for these rounds for us to just pile up on tackles and guards and,
Wasn't going to say anything.
and centers, but here we are. You got people. There's a lot of tackles that are fringe guard players. There's a lot of centers that can play guard, move around and everything. Versatility, something we need.
Love it. I love that you're backing it, man. Let's keep running this thing. So I pick number 174. I'm going to take edge rusher O'Shawn Mathis. Great name. Outside of yours was the best name last pick, but edge rusher out of Nebraska. I'm going to address the defensive line. We're playing in the trenches right now, big dog. That's what we're addressing, and it was a big need for the Raiders. We had Crosby, who was not getting help on the inside. That's why we drafted someone on the interior, got another edge rusher to complement. Micah is attacking the offensive line with my support as well. I think we're going to be in good shape for when Tom Brady or whoever comes over and ends up throwing the ball for us. So pick 182, Micah, you are on the clock, sir.
Yeah, we are going to go with safety out of Virginia Tech, Chamari Connor. We need some safety help. We're not sure. Daron Harmon, you coming back? Not too sure about that. Trayvon Morig, kind of a sophomore slump, and our DBs need all the help they can get.
Yep. I love it. Well, at pick number 216, I'm going to go with Elijah Higgins out of Stanford. We're going to get some more depth on the receiving or within our wide receiving core, add to the offense, start getting a little bit more flashier with our picks here. And we address the rough and tumble of the interior and not interior on both ends of the trenches. So I'm going to give you a wide receiver, give some help for whoever is throwing the rock for the Raiders next year. And it's certainly not Derek Carr. Pick 223, Micah, you are on the clock, my friend. Everyone knows these names, by the way.
Yeah.
Once we get here,
this is hard, and the reason it's hard, it's not hard because of the two positions between the two players, but it is hard based on who has the better name on here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with linebacker out of Pitt, Servassier Dennis. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but we're getting a linebacker. We need some linebacker help. Scroll down a little bit. There was a wide receiver out of Hampton, Jadakiss Bonds. I wanted to take
Jadakiss.
Jadakiss.
You go Jadakiss like the rapper.
Yeah, not like Sudeikis, the actor.
Nope. Jadakiss Sudeikis. Nope.
Yeah. Anyways,
right.
Yes, we're going Servassier Dennis.
I think that's, probably a better name just because the first name, I have no idea how it sounds, and then it's just Dennis.
Yeah, exactly. The stark difference between the two.
All right. Well, the last pick, 253, we're currently sticking to our strategy once we get into the later rounds of picking very hilarious names. And I have to go with out of Chattanooga, Devonta Maxwell. Give me that more interior help, guys. Come on. We don't have that interior push. Devonta Maxwell is going to give it to us. So give me him. And that is huge value at 253. So let's see how we grade out, because they give you grades based on picks. We'll just do it live. We'll close it out from here. Okay, so with the first pick, they gave you a B- for Paris Johnson. All good, because I got a B- for my Kalijah Kancey. Third round, Deonte Banks, B-. Good for you, because I got a C+ with Joshua Gray. We are not doing great here. Overall, I'm not going to go through everyone, but grade of a B-, Micah. Okay, we addressed a lot of needs that we thought, but PFF does not agree. They think it's a mediocre overall draft for the Raiders. So that's it. It was a 1.0. It was our test run, so we had to kind of give it a shot there. We just ended up going with, we don't know who this is, so we're going to give the coolest name, which I think is a fair strategy. So